Let me set up the scenario. You're shopping for a new ATV, but it has to be multi-purpose. First and foremost, you will be riding it by yourself quite a bit. But you also know you're going to be carrying a passenger from time to time. You also need it to be capable of hauling a good amount of stuff when you're out on longer trips. It needs to come set up to do all three of these things from the factory. There are ATVs on the market that can do one or two of these things, but there aren't too many that can do all three. So what do you choose? This is exactly why CFMOTO has introduced the CFORCE 1000 Overland for 2021. It's designed to do more than one thing really well. But as always, it's our job here at TRAX to find out just how well it actually does what it's promised to do. First, we'll talk about what the Overland is packing, then we'll talk about how it works. The heart of this unit is a 963cc V-twin that puts out 74 horsepower. No, this isn't class-leading horsepower, but I can honestly say CFMOTO has done an excellent job tuning this motor and its set of CV Tech clutches to put the power to the ground in a way that makes it feel like there's more ponies than the spec sheet indicates. Power is snappy, but not abrupt. Engagement is smooth and controllable. Nothing about the power or power delivery of this ATV is intimidating, yet it still remains exciting. One of the first thoughts I had when I saw the Overland is that it looks really sweet. It gives off a really high-end vibe with nicely finished plastics, excellent switchgear, clean-looking plastic racks with tons of tie-down locations, and those cool but functional color-matched 14-inch aluminum beadlock wheels. These cargo boxes are huge, but they're not the prettiest in my opinion. With that said, the big one alone can haul up to 105 liters, and they're easily removable when you don't need them. This handguard windshield setup is the first of its kind that I've actually liked. It's functional and it looks good, but it's never in your way. All CFORCE 1000s are built on a long wheelbase 2-up chassis. Obviously, this is a benefit when you're riding 2-up, but it's definitely not a negative when you're riding alone. Independent suspension front and rear yields a not overly impressive 6.7 inches of travel up front and 7.5 inches out back. Despite the travel numbers being on the low side, all four corners of this vehicle are damped by a set of preload and compression adjustable piggyback shocks that, while set to full soft, provide a surprisingly smooth ride. Bigger hits do upset the chassis more than they would on a unit with longer travel, but the Overland has no trouble erasing the small to medium-sized stuff. A set of 27-inch CST tires offer excellent traction in a wide variety of conditions, and standard power steering makes turning them effortless. The CFORCE 1000 Overland comes with a list of upgrades and accessories over the standard CFORCE 1000 that includes both the cargo boxes and the windshield handguard setup we've already talked about. But it also includes heavy-duty front and rear bumpers, skid plates, a 3,000-pound winch protected by high-strength winch armor, and bumper-mounted LED lights. The whole package is designed to be tough and capable of taking a beating when you're out on a long-distance adventure. So how does it work then? Well, I said this thing can be configured in three ways, so let's look at the 1-up configuration first. All this requires is removing the two cargo boxes, which requires no tools and can be done in about 40 seconds. What you're left with is a long wheelbase 1-up ATV. Now, we've talked about the power and ride quality already. In the 1-up configuration, the CFORCE 1000 is a fun ATV that can keep up with any of its competition on the trail. Ergonomically, it's comfortable, it handles well, and looks as cool as any other 1000cc 1-up ATV, in my opinion. To add a passenger in the 2-up configuration, you simply remove the rear seat close-off panel, click in the 2-up seat. It takes less than a minute. With the 2-up seat installed, you can also install the large rack-mounted cargo box to haul a huge amount of stuff. It fits with the 2-up seat perfectly. Once you're loaded up with your gear and passenger, you can easily bump up the preload and compression dampers on the shocks to handle the extra weight. The final configuration is where the Overland name comes from. Now, to move from the 2-up seat to the Overland configuration, you simply remove the 2-up seat, put on the 2-up seat close-off panel, attach the smaller box to the close-off panel, and you're done. So what's so special about this setup? Well, honestly, not really anything. It does offer exceptional cargo capacity while still leaving your front rack open for other gear, but it really doesn't offer any unique Overland features other ATVs don't already have. Does this mean it's no good? Of course it doesn't mean that. You're still getting a great ATV that rides good, handles good, has tons of power, and can be set up for 1-up riding, 2-up riding, or 1-up riding with exceptional storage capacity. And it comes with all of this right from the factory. Is the Overland for everyone? Not really. But as ATVs become more and more specialized and focused on doing one thing really well, the Overland goes a completely different direction, instead offering huge versatility with 3 different configurations.